You don't procrastinate because you're lazy. You pause right before the moment something could define you. And once you see why you won't trust your delay the same way again, think about it. You open your laptop. The file is right there. You read the first line, adjust one word, and then you switch tabs. You tell yourself you'll come back in a minute, but something in your body already decided you won't. This isn't random. There's a very specific pattern behind why you stop right here. Just stay with this for a minute. You'll recognize it. Because you don't avoid everything. You avoid this. You don't procrastinate randomly. You hesitate very precisely. Think about it. You open that project file. You look at the very first line, and then you close it. You switch to another tab after only 15 seconds. See, your brain doesn't read this as a task. It reads this as a judgment of who you are. This isn't about discipline. Deep down, you're thinking, if I start properly, I won't have an excuse anymore. You aren't just losing time, you're losing the chance to see where you actually stand. Have you ever wondered why you can clean your entire house but can't write a single important email? So the real question is, what exactly are you protecting? You do a lot, just not the part that counts. Think about it. You spend 40 minutes watching a video on how to do it right, but you can't even write 3 simple lines. You stay safe. See, preparation isn't dangerous, but execution? Execution creates real data. It gives you a real answer about where you actually stand. Ready is not a feeling. It's a trap. You tell yourself, I'll start when I feel ready. But while you wait, you're only accumulating the feeling of doing something. You have zero evidence that you are actually moving forward. Have you ever wondered if you're working to get results or just working to numb your anxiety? Because starting creates something your brain can't control. Your brain has already decided who you are, and it protects that decision at all costs. Think about a time you received an unexpected compliment. You smiled, but you felt a strange discomfort inside. See, your brain maintains a baseline for your competence and self-worth. Anything that deviates from this line creates a prediction error, even if that prediction is wrong. Accuracy is not the goal. Stability is. Deep down, you whisper, this doesn't feel like me. The cost? You stop believing in real data. You only believe the old story inside your head. You'd rather accept a familiar failure than an unfamiliar success. And when reality doesn't match that baseline, something dangerous happens. 2 people, same pattern. Think about it. Either you stay up late right before a big day, or you keep saying, I'm not ready, even when you've done all the work. Different excuses, same destination. See, if your baseline is high, you create a handicap so your talent is never truly disproven. If your baseline is low, you lower the expectations so you are never truly exposed. Both are protection, not weakness. Your brain is whispering, if I fail like this, it doesn't count. The cost? You never collect clean data. You always have an excuse to stay exactly who you are. Have you ever wondered why you keep putting stones in your own shoes just to have a reason for walking slow? And this leads to a much more uncomfortable truth. You're not scared of failing. You're scared of finding out. Think about it. You hover your mouse over the send button. You stop. You read it for the 6th time, and then you close the window. See, if you actually try, you get real data. And that data might shatter your current baseline. It might prove that you aren't who you thought you were. You chose not to know. Deep down, you're thinking, if this goes wrong, I'll finally know it's actually me. No more excuses. The cost? You stay stuck in an old version of yourself, even if that version isn't true anymore. Your brain would rather keep you here than risk that update. You don't fix this by pushing harder. You fix it by making it safe to see the truth. Start simple. Write down exactly what you're feeling. I feel tight in my chest, I think I will fail. See, writing creates distance between you and the emotion. Small actions create new data, and new data is the only thing that can recalibrate your baseline. Start small. Safety creates change, not pressure. You tell yourself, this feels small, but at least it's real. The cost of doing nothing? You will keep living on old data, and you will keep sabotaging everything you touch. And that's how you start moving out of it. This was never about finishing the task. It was about protecting a version of you that no longer fits. If you're someone who always almost starts, this is the loop you've been living in. You didn't stop because it was hard. You stopped because it was about to become real. Think about the last thing you delayed. Not the task, but the exact moment you pulled away. What were you about to find out? If you want to understand these patterns as they show up in your life, you can stay here. Next time you hesitate, notice exactly where it happens. That's the edge.